Hello, everyone. Welcome to the U.S. Immigration News. For millions of families living in the United States without legal status, the dream of stability has always felt out of reach. A dream of belonging, of finally being recognized and secure. But as 2025 moves forward, that dream may be closer than ever. A new bipartisan proposal, known as the Dignity Act of 2025, is giving renewed hope to millions of undocumented immigrants, dreamers, and long-term residents who have quietly built their futures here. In this video, we'll take a closer look at what the Dignity Act really means, how it works, and who could benefit if it becomes law. We'll also explore how this proposal blends accountability with opportunity and what it could mean for your path toward legal status in the United States. If you are liking this video, please hit the bell button, subscribe, and like it, so that you may get updates straight to your smartphone. Now let's get into the video. For decades, immigration reform has been one of the most difficult conversations in Washington. Proposals have come and gone, often dividing the nation instead of bringing it together. But in mid-2025, something unexpected happened. Lawmakers from both parties sat down and agreed that it was time for a practical solution. On July 15, 2025, Republican Representative Maria Elvira Salazar and Democratic Representative Veronica Escobar introduced the Dignity Act, also known as House Bill 4393. It immediately stood out, not because of who proposed it, but because of what it promised, a balanced approach to immigration built on both fairness and enforcement. At the heart of this bill is a new program called the Dignity Program, a 7-year process designed for undocumented immigrants who have lived in the United States since before December 31st, 2020. It isn't amnesty and it isn't automatic. It's an earned opportunity to stay and work legally while meeting a clear set of responsibilities. Under this proposal, eligible individuals would receive protection from deportation, along with the ability to work and travel lawfully. In return, they must pass background checks, pay back taxes, and contribute a total of $7,000 in restitution fees, spread over 7 years. These payments represent accountability, a demonstration that participants are investing in their own future and in the communities they've long called home. If participants complete the program successfully, maintain good conduct, and meet all conditions, they can apply for conditional permanent residency, the long-awaited green card. For many, this would mark the first moment of true legal stability after years of uncertainty. The program could help as many as 11 million people across the country, parents, workers, and students who have lived in the shadows for too long. Among those who would benefit most are dreamers and DACA recipients, the young people who were brought to the U.S. as children and have grown up as part of American life. Under the Dignity Act, they could receive 10-year conditional green cards right away, allowing them to continue their education, careers, and military service without fear of losing their status. The bill also recognizes documented dreamers, the children of visa holders who aged out when they turned 21. If they've lived lawfully in the U.S. for 10 or more years, they could apply directly for lawful permanent residency, ending years of uncertainty caused by visa backlogs. For temporary protected status holders, the bill offers a bridge, allowing those who have lived in the U.S. for many years under temporary protection to transition into the Dignity Program, and eventually apply for permanent residency. However, the Act does draw a clear line. Anyone who entered the country after December 31st, 2020, or who has a serious criminal record or poses a security risk, would not be eligible. The goal is fairness, not open doors, but open opportunities for those who have earned trust through time and contribution. Beyond legalization, the Dignity Act is designed to modernize how immigration works overall. It invests heavily in border technology, including advanced surveillance, AI tracking for visa overstays, and better infrastructure at ports of entry. It also mandates E-Verify nationwide to ensure that employment remains lawful and transparent. At the same time, it expands legal immigration options. More H-2B visas would be available for temporary workers, new O visas would open for STEM graduates, and family visit visas would be restored for relatives separated by outdated travel restrictions. It's a rare example of a policy that strengthens control while still embracing inclusion. If passed, this bill would also reshape how USCIS and the National Visa Center manage immigration processing. In fact, the agency has already taken early steps. In April 2025, USCIS launched a new alien registration portal, a secure online system that helps applicants check eligibility, upload documents, and submit registration forms such as G325R or I-485. The newer digital forms, including the I-485 revision from February 2025, are designed for faster, paper-free processing. Every applicant would still undergo biometrics, background checks, and annual compliance reviews. For families applying from abroad, the National Visa Center would streamline scheduling and documentation to reduce wait times. Participants in the program must stay employed or enrolled in school, maintain a clean record, and check in annually with DHS. They would also complete an English and civics test before receiving permanent residency, the same process required for naturalization. The $7,000 restitution fee could be paid gradually, and low-income participants could qualify for waivers. Applicants would also need to show proof of continuous residence, such as rent receipts, school records, or utility bills, confirming they've lived in the country since before 2021. For the people this bill is meant to help, it's not just paperwork, it's peace of mind. It means being able to go to work without fear, travel to see family, and plan for a future that feels real and secure. Economists estimate that providing legal status to long-term undocumented immigrants could add more than $1.5 trillion to the U.S. economy over the next decade. But beyond the numbers, it's about humanity, recognizing the millions of lives that already contribute to America every single day. As of October 2025, the Dignity Act has passed the House Judiciary Committee and is now awaiting a full House vote, expected by late November. If approved, it would move to the Senate for review and could become law by early 2026. Those who believe they might qualify can begin preparing now, gathering documents, verifying tax records, and checking eligibility through the official USCIS website at USCIS.gov Alien Registration. Non-profit organizations like the American Immigration Council and Catholic Charities are already offering guidance and free assistance to help families understand the process. The Dignity Act of 2025 may not be perfect, but it represents a turning point, a moment when compassion and accountability can finally meet. It acknowledges that long-term undocumented residents aren't strangers to America. They're already part of it, raising children, paying taxes, and building communities. If passed, this legislation could mark the beginning of a new chapter, one grounded not in fear, but in fairness. A chance for millions to live openly, work legally, and belong fully. That's all we have for this bulletin. The U.S. Immigration News Channel provides all necessary visa information and procedures for your U.S. immigration journey. It is important to understand the United States immigration processing steps, visa application requirements, processing times, forms, fees, and more. We will continue to provide all information about U.S. visitor visas, such as B1 and B2, work visas, such as L1A, L1B, and H1B, student visas, green cards, immigrant visas, EB1, EB2, EB3, EB4, and EB5, and family immigrant visas. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the U.S. Immigration News Channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.